Okay, we're ready. All right, come on in, everybody. Join us. Let's get this thing started. Sorry for the delay. I don't know if any of you have been watching the challenge after Big Brother, but I kind of got sucked into that, and I'm thinking about maybe going back and rewatching. But anyway, let's kick things off. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick here with another round of Nick's Big Brother recap show on this very special, frightful Friday the 13th for most of you. It's still October 12th over here, but I know most of you it's already past midnight. So happy Friday the 13th to all of y'all. Um, but yeah, what an interesting week we had in the Big Brother house. Um, yeah, we're gonna have a lot to discuss right now. So let's get into this real quick. Okay, so let's kick things off on this Friday the 13th. So finally, the big news of the week. Jury finally starts this week. We have sent our first house guests to the jury house, where they will remain there until November 9th, when all the jury members will return to cast their votes for the winner of Big Brother 25. I'll explain how jury goes, and I'll go more in depth on jury later. But for right now, let's talk about the weekend review. So we had just evicted Nicole last week, and she went off on the house guests. I went back and watched the live stream. You guys couldn't hear the audio, so what I did was I posted the video today, or it was yesterday, I think, and so you'll be able to hear the audio now. So just give me 1 second while I fix that for y'all. Okay, so I won't be able to hear it on my end. Hopefully, you'll hear it on your end. But here is what was played right as Nicole was being evicted.
And before I go, I just got to tell y'all know Corey, America, and Bowie got an alliance. They're planning to target you, and you, and they're going to try to use you to do their bidding. So watch. Don't let him run out with this money off y'all hard work, because he can't put in no work. You know they can't win nothing. So that's all I got. Have fun, y'all.
Get situated. I'm doing a little streaming right now.
Shut up.
Well, not shut up, but I'm just letting you know what I'm doing right now. So yeah, Nicole she had just been evicted, and she told Matt and Jag and Blue that they are the next ones that are going to be out. And they also said that Felicia is going to do the dirty work for them, basically. So that's what she was saying. So now let's look at the alliance charts real quick. So we see up here the majority of the house is over here. They say they have each other's backs, but the majority does not trust Blue at all, and that is true. Still have the unnamed trio right here. We have, we did have Mimi and Felicia until she got evicted. So, and then we have the fugitives with Bowie Jane as the unofficial fourth. We have the For Real trio that includes the Minutemen, the final two. And then we have a third. We have another trio with Bowie Jane, but that won't last long. We have Corey and America, final two. And then we have this little final four going on right here with Matt, Jag, Corey, and America. And then we have, I guess the bookends have reunited ever since the things went down with Jared. Suri and Felicia have been on edge, and I guess they reunited. They want to have each other's back going into the final weeks. Suri and Bowie Jane have each other's backs. We'll see about that later. Blue and Matt have Cerie's back, so that's good. And then we have Cameron and Bowie Jane. They have each other's backs. So now we have head of household number 7, and this one was a close one. It was a question one, and it came down to a tiebreaker vote. So, but you can see the numbers that they guessed was just outrageous. First, this 6 wasn't even here to begin with. It was 27, and they asked how many minutes was Jared in the house as a zombie from the time he walked in to the time he was evicted. That's 1 week. Bowie Jane didn't even put a 6. She just put 27. What was that all about? And then you have Felicia here with her god-awful number, 49,500. So one of them's about to win it, basically. So who's the new head of household? It was Bowie Jane. Yeah, that was all of our faces when we saw that. We were just as confused. So Cameron's sitting there. He's got this on lock. He's happy for Bowie Jane because they have a final 2, or so we thought. We'll talk more about that later. But right now he's sitting pretty. In the meantime, there is a war zone going on inside the house, and it's between Cameron and Corey in America. There's 2 sides to the house. So basically on one side, you've got Cameron pitching to Matt and Jag to backdoor Corey, because we all know him and America have been feeling like they've been sitting pretty this whole time. So, which they have. But on the other side, you got Corey and America pitching to Matt and Jag to backdoor Cameron. So it's like, what are we going to do? So both sides are basically hounding Bowie Jane to do their dirty work. But Bowie Jane over here is all like, no, I'm going to take control of this HOH and I'm going to do what I want to do. So we'll see how that goes. Just like every other head of household has been saying that too. So, but let's see what she does. Let's see the nominations. We had Cirie and Felicia as the initial nominees. Now, what's the reasoning behind these nominations? Well, if we go back to August 31st, when Red was evicted, and that was the blindside vote, the very first blindside vote. I think it was like 8-2, I think. Yeah, something like that. Was it 8-2 or 10-2? One of the two. But anyway, there were only 2 votes to save Red, and it was Cameron and Bowie Jane. So they were heavily blindsided. So Bowie Jane took that to heart. And she said, I don't trust any of them. They were the ones that blindsided me. So that's what happened. So now that the initial nominees are set, Cameron is now starting to plant seeds about a backdoor. Like, you really should consider Corey this week. So in the meantime, we saw the return of our very good friend Zingbot, and boy, does he have a lot to say. Now, if you're not familiar with Zingbot, he comes in every season and roasts the house guests, says some really god-awful things, which you're about to hear right now, because I'm going to play you a little clip at what was probably the worst zing of them all this time around. And with that, and there's even, just wait, there's even lyrics.
America! Your name
Hopefully you can hear it on your end. I can't hear it on my end. But there are lyrics to go on, so feel free to sing along.
The whole country can get behind. Corey's not beautiful under any skies. Short like a piece of grain. A thin mustache, if you call it that. It causes my eyes pain. America, America, did you have a lobotomy? He's a tiny man, can't kiss worth a damn. Let's throw him in the sea.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was a brutal roast. So that was Zingbot, ladies and gentlemen. And if you noticed, things got scrambled thanks to the Scrambleverse, because we have not only the return of one icon, but we have the return of another icon, Mr. Otev, the zinging robot. Well, it's not usually a robot, but it's a very special veto competition where everyone, it's like musical chairs. So Otev will ask a question in regards to an evicted house guest. You have to find the answer to that question, and you have to go up a ramp. As you see right here, you have to go up the ramp and kneel on one of the pads before all the seats are taken, because just like I said, it's musical chairs almost, because there will be one less seat every round. So last man standing would win the veto. So here were the 6 people that played. We had Bowie Jane and Suri and Felicia, of course. And then we have Matt, Jag, and America that got picked to play. So let's see what happened. The first person that was eliminated was Suri. Second was America. And by the way, both of them lost by technicalities. Suri had the wrong answer. She was the first person up on the ramp, and she realized, oh, I got the wrong one. Had to go back. America, she was heading up the ramp, and then right as she got up there, her answer went flying down the ramp. So she had to hurry up, and I think Felicia beat her up to the ramp. So thank goodness. However, I think Felicia was the next person sent out, and then Mr. Matt. So it came down to Bowie Jane and Jag, which this is crucial because Bowie Jane wants to keep the nominations the same, but Jag over here wants to use the veto in order to get Cameron on the block finally. So with that, let's see who won the veto. It was Mr. Jag, just like always. This is his 3rd veto, by the way. And it came at a crucial time also. If I do recall, Jag won the veto when Cameron was evicted the first time around. So quite serendipitous. So right now, Jag's feeling really good. But Cameron has no idea about this backdoor plan yet. He is still set on Jag using the veto so they can get Corey on the block. So that's what's going on here. But then he goes and talks to Bowie Jane and starts dropping hints about Jag using the veto. So he wants to know like kind of who the replacement nominee is going to be. And she's not mentioning Corey's name at all, honestly. So that's huge red flags going up. So Cameron is like pushing hard. Do not put me up. Don't listen to what they're saying. You and I have been through a lot the past 2 months. Ever since Red went home, that's how close they were. And now she's going to do this to Cameron. Oof. Anyway, so Jag uses the veto. And let's see who he takes off. Takes off Felicia. So the final nominations for the week are Suri and Mr. Cameron, which we all saw coming. It was pretty clear. Now, of course, Cameron's not going to go out without a fight. So Cameron begins planting seeds of doubt and tries to start pitting people together. And he kind of steers away from the war zone a little bit because he was dead set on getting those 2 out. But what happens now is he's got 2 new enemies on deck who he thought they were cool. He was cool with. But no, they knew about this plan the whole time. They didn't tell Cameron, and he was sitting in the room with them. So he saw the eye contact, no eye contact, no the short answers. It was pretty clear that he knew what was going on. So with that, Matt and Jag has risen to the top of the hit list, or some people to keep an eye on. So that's what Cameron's doing. He's going around telling everybody and starting to pit them against Corey and America. Now here's the thing. Everybody knows that Corey and America are going to be the duo to beat for now, if we're thinking short term. The question is, nobody wants to do it. So these 2 want to set the stage so their ally Blue can take care of the dirty work. And then once that's done, then they'll nix Blue because they did the dirty work for them. So now here's what's interesting about all this is Matt and Jag has something going on with America and Corey. They got something going on with Blue, But now they approach Cirie and Bowie Jane and Felicia saying that this is the true final 5 we want, because we know that we cannot beat Cory and America. So they're going to focus on getting them out. And Blue, those would be the next 3 to go on their list. They want Cirie and Bowie Jane and Felicia to stay with them so they have an easy target to beat. So, and in that order, they would get Felicia out first, and then at final 4, they would get rid of Bowie Jane, and then final 3, they would get out Cirie on finale night. Now, Cirie and Felicia have the same mindset. They want to split up Cory and America still, but they want to lure America in, get Blue, so they can get a girls' alliance going, and maybe they can finally have all girls in the final 4 for once. But that's not going to be an easy journey, because those 2 girls need to actually win something in order for that to work. So everyone's starting to see Endgame. They each have their own paths. So it's only a matter of time. So it's clear that this next HOH is going to be crucial. But before we look ahead, we got to get this week taken care of. So we have Cameron and Cirie facing off for tonight's eviction vote. And let's see how the votes fell. Looks like Matt, Blue, Felicia, Jag, America, and Cory. That's all the voters. They voted for Cameron, which means Cirie got goose eggs. So I think they finally did this. Hopefully this is the last time we're going to be doing this. But by a vote of 6-0, Cameron has finally been evicted from the Big Brother house. Hopefully that's the last time I have to play that for Cameron. So once again, Cameron's face is going to black and white. There we go. Okay, now let's talk about Jury House again, because now that we've sent Cameron, he's the first member. So if you don't know how jury works, the last 7 evicted house guests will go straight to the jury house. It used to be 9. They're still going to be sequestered. Those 7 will be voting for the winner of Big Brother on November 9th. Like I said, they're still cut off from the outside world. So any information from the Big Brother house is going to come from the incoming jury members. They don't hear anything else until finale night. The winner of Big Brother will need 4 jury votes to win the $750K. And as I mentioned, we're scheduled for 2 more double evictions or a triple eviction. Well, that has been confirmed of the route we're possibly heading. So I had a whole bunch of scenarios last week, and it looks like this is the scenario we're going to go. I can confirm only one person's leaving on Thursday, which means we are likely, there could be another scenario. Just give me a second. So it looks like we're heading towards a triple eviction on the 26th, which is 2 weeks from tonight. But what they also could do, if they choose to do a double eviction, then they can do 2. They could still do 2 evictions in 1 week, but it would be like maybe a Wednesday show. They send someone home, and then, or no, they do a specially taped episode. So like probably on a Monday they would go, and then send someone home on that Thursday. So it's possible, but next Thursday we're gonna know for sure what the rest of the schedules are gonna look like. So be ready for that. But in the meantime, I can confirm that the first jury spot has now been filled, and Cameron will be sitting there until finale night. So only 6 more people, 6 more seats to fill until we crown a winner. So what's coming next week? We got the Big Brother comics back in motion. I can confirm, I will tease it a little bit, 2 new powers are going to be in effect, and we'll hear all about that next week. We have 28 days until finale night, so just be on the lookout for that. And with that, that's it. All right, so I lost my light. That's okay. We're finished anyway. So thanks for watching, guys. We will be back next week, probably on Friday, I'm going to assume. I just had to do it early today because I have priorities tomorrow. But look for all the contact info at the bottom or the description. And yeah, we're hitting Endgame. Endgame is coming up real quick. We are 4 weeks away from finale night. It will be on November 9th. So just be on the lookout for that. But until then, I will see y'all next week. Bye.